So now we're going to touch on reporting. So there is a lot of reports in the system automatically, but specifically I want to look at the account schedules. So from the account schedules, these are predetermined reports that we define the lines and then the columns. So here we're looking at the rows. So basically we've got headings here, and we can make them bold and underlined. You see you've got formatting over here. And then we're pulling in a cash account. So here we're looking at a range of 2900 to 2920 for the cash accounts. Then we've got our accounts receivables, any prepaid expenses and inventories. These are looking at posting accounts. So we can look at posting accounts, totaling accounts, or we can set a formula. So here we're just looking at posting accounts, and we're looking at ranges, and so we've got ... to a range, and the vertical is and then the next range. We can look at net change or balance at date or beginning of balance. So here we're just looking at the net movement for that period of time, and we can show them as debits or credits. You can show the opposite signs because obviously to some people credits for sales are confusing. So some we've got ticked on, and then whether we show them. So this is whether we show it or if any column is zero or when there's a negative or a positive balance. So you can do various sums in here. Here we have a formula account where we're adding up rows P2 to P6 and giving it as a total. But also we're saying show, but if any of these columns has not got any values in it, then don't show them, so we don't get pages of blank information. So here we've done our current assets, our fixed assets giving us a total of assets, and then we're looking at our current liabilities in different forms and any equity accounts giving us the total liabilities in equity. So here the formula is adding up rows F18 and F24, which are our two totals, total equity and total liabilities, to give us the overall total. What we've also got is the column layouts. So there is a setup for column layouts, which is in principle exactly the same. So we're looking at here over 3 years. So we're looking at the actual year to date, the forecast giving us a formula, and then the actual -1 minus year 2 years. So from that point of view, we're looking at a rolling 3 years because we've used this comparison date format. So it basically says -1y minus 2y. So y equals year. So M for month, P for period, Q for quarter, D for day, CM current month. So basically we're looking at this overall. So exactly the same philosophy as the how we build these reports. What I can now do is process overview. So now I'm looking here at, we're just looking at this current year because I've put a filter on. Here we're looking at the assets for the whole year, January, February, March, the total fixed assets, and then the liabilities. So exactly as we saw. And all of these figures are, you have the ability to drill down to get the figures that make up those balances underneath. There's different criteria depending on what you compress. So that report can also go to print. So if I choose to print this, I'll just preview it. It's looking at an ending date. So let's go to the end of December. And if I just preview this, you'll see this come to the screen. So exactly the same as you saw on there, but obviously to paper. But also remember that you can send all the reports to Excel. So from that point of view, you can get this report, send it to Excel, and then obviously it forms part of your management reporting pack. So that's one. This is a profit and loss by month, for example. So if I do the overview on this one, you can see here I've got January to December again, and I've got my sales, my total sales, my total goods, my gross profit, and then I've got my total other incomes, any expenses, giving me my net profit down here. So fairly standard report, but all generated from the system. I can put any filters on that I want. I could run this rather than running it with monthly P&L, for example. I might want to look at the budgets here for this year, next year, and I can put on a specific budget filter. So let's choose that one. So I've got some net change for this year against a budget for last year, a net change last year, and then the variance between the two of them. So I've picked next year, last year, sorry. We can go net change and budget. So we can choose to look at our budgets. So let's change the previous period. So here we go. We've got our sales against our budget and our variance is expressed as a percentage. So exactly the same report, but all we've done is flip the column layouts. So once you have that sort of base layout, you can then flip multiple column layouts over the top to give you all the information, or in fact build it into one big report. So that's the account schedules. Which is the management reporting tool. We've looked at the analysis by dimensions to give you that information. What we also have is obviously trial balance reports, all the standard reports that you would expect. So here we've got trial balance, you've got detailed trial balance, you've got trial balance and budgets. So again, you get the option pane here, so we can put on the date filters, the department filters, and then we can either print it, we can preview it, we can send it to Excel, or we can schedule this report. So all of the standard features and functionalities that you would expect, and all of these reports are in the system as standard. If I drill down and take you into the back door, under finance here, under the general ledger, and then if we go to reports here, so we've got day books, detailed trial balances, GL registers, you've got financial statements. So here are all your trial balances, previous years, closing trial balances, fiscal year balances, etc. And then miscellaneous reports. So there are significant numbers of standard reports in the system already.